Welcome in, everyone, to Spiritual Roots Podcast with me, Misty. Today, we're going to cozy up with two fiery favorites, Carnelian and Cinnamon, and talking about how their warm, vibrant energy connects us to the season of Yule, the sacred time of returning light. So grab your favorite mug of something warm, maybe light a cinnamon candle, or hold a carnelian stone if you have one. And let's settle in together. Let's start with carnelian. This beautiful stone glows like captured sunlight, all deep oranges and reds that feel alive and full of warmth. Carnelian carries the element of fire, and its energy is all about motivation, courage, and creative spark. It's the stone that whispers, "You've got this," especially when you're starting something new or trying to reignite your passion for life. It connects deeply to the sacral chakra, the seat of creativity, sensuality, and personal power. If you've been feeling stuck or uninspired, carnelian helps bring that gentle push, like the sun breaking through the clouds, reminding you that light always returns. Spiritually, carnelian has been linked to deity Sekhmet, the Egyptian lioness goddess of both destruction and healing, and Aphrodite, who embodies love and the beauty of self-expression. They both remind us that passion isn't something to fear, it's sacred energy meant to move through us, to create and to heal. Now let's sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon. Because honestly, what's cozier than that sweet, spicy scent? I just love cinnamon. It just gets you right in the senses. You know, like when we go to a grocery store, fall's coming, the weather's starting to get a little more crisp outside, and you walk into the grocery store and they have the cinnamon brooms out. I just love that. Ugh. I know it's really strong, but it just brings you into the moment, doesn't it? Cinnamon brooms, they just make you stop, whether it's maybe a little off-putting to you, but it just gets you into the moment, and I just love that. Gets us ready for fall and the seasons changing. I think it's the best. Cinnamon has been used in magic and ritual for centuries. It's tied to the element of fire, which makes sense. It warms, it excites, it gets energy moving. In spell work, cinnamon is often used for prosperity, protection, and passion. It's said to draw things in quickly. Love, abundance, opportunity, almost like it's giving your intentions a little energetic caffeine boost. Historically, cinnamon was sacred to deities like Ra, the Egyptian sun god, and Apollo, the Greek god of light and prophecy. It was even used in offerings to Venus, honoring beauty, pleasure, and desire. And really, when you think about it, that all fits. Cinnamon is the scent of warmth returning, of light flickering in the dark. It's comfort and vitality rolled into one. So, as we move into the colder months, I use cinnamon in my food. I don't usually put it in a drink, but I do love cinnamon in hot chocolate. It is so delicious. But I use a cinnamon every day just as an extra boost to add to my oatmeal or to my toast, like peanut butter and toast or Nutella and toast. I think it just gives it that extra boost, and I just love it, bringing in like the extra prosperity, and I just add a little bit of a touch of it to a little bit of kitchen witchery on the side. So as we move into the darker, colder months, this energy connects beautifully to Yule. So we're in December now. This is our December bonus episode, and I really wanted to bring these two elements of carnelian and cinnamon together along with the winter solstice or Yule, because I think that they pair so well together, because we're honoring the returning of the light, and carnelian and cinnamon are both fire elements. They just remind us that even though it's cold and dark outside, we don't want to get out of bed in the morning. We just want to stick around in our nice cozy beds under our nice warm blankets, or next to our fireplace or our pellet stove or our wood stoves, where we're comfortable and we don't have to be out in the cold. I just wanted that to be brought through with this episode and just kind of get us excited for the turning of the wheel. That, the light is starting to return at this point. The longest night of the year, winter solstice, and the sacred turning point where the light begins to return. Yule celebrates the rebirth of the sun, the promise that even in the darkest days, warmth and light are making their way back to us. And I just love that about Yule. Over the years, I've noticed that when it starts to get dark outside, I really start to lose my passion for things. And I've started to head that off at the path. I started taking supplements right around now when we change our clocks back. I don't know about you, but I was just talking to a coworker the other day about how turning the clocks back has really started to affect me. And it never did as a kid. And that's why I really love Wheel of the Year. And, maybe it's not for everybody, but this is for me personally. It's just something to look forward to. It's just acknowledging that where we are doesn't last forever. Things continue on, and we can just take moments to celebrate that. And that's why I love the Wheel of the Year, because it's not going to be dark and cold forever. Spring is going to come, and things just will start to warm up, and beauty just starts to return. But I also don't discount Yule and the winter solstice and the winter time. It's also a time to rest. Yes, we know that the sun is coming back. We know things are going to warm up. Flowers will bloom once again. But it's also a time to rest and reflect. And I also appreciate that so much. So I just wanted to take a second to point that out, that I really love Yule for both of those things. So let's get back to the light. So it's a season of reflection, of gratitude, and of hope. That gentle reminder that life moves in cycles, just as I was saying. And that's the spark that never truly goes out. Carnelian and Cinnamon are perfect companions for Yule rituals or meditations. Carnelian mirrors the glow of the returning sun, strong, steady, and full of life. Cinnamon adds warmth and sweetness, like the feeling of coming home after a long, cold day. Like I said, put a touch of that in a nice warm mug of hot cocoa. Delicious. You can use them together in a small Yule altar. Place a carnelian near a candle dressed with cinnamon, or sprinkle a bit of powdered cinnamon around your candles to symbolize the returning light. It's a simple, powerful magic. And I just love that. And you can find a lot of these things on Pinterest. I love Pinterest. I think it's a great tool and a great resource. So why don't we bring carnelian, Yule, and cinnamon together? So when we blend these three, we're really calling in confidence, creativity, and renewal. It's that energy of the New Year's first sunrise, hopeful, fiery, and alive. Together they help you reconnect to your inner flame and remind you that even when life slows down, your light is always there, waiting to shine again. And I just love that. We always have that spark in us. We always have drive. It's just whether we tap into it or not. And I think that carnelian and cinnamon really can help us just boost that energy. So as Yule approaches, let these two allies guide you. Let carnelian strengthen your courage and cinnamon warm your spirit. Trust that the light within and around you is always returning. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to do a little guided reflection. So go refill your cup of tea, refill your mugs, get a snack, put some cinnamon in some hot cocoa or whatever it is that you're drinking, and we'll come right back. Welcome back, friends. I hope you took that time to refill, stretch, whatever it is that you needed to do. Just I hope that you got a refresh on some snacks and a good beverage. So let's take a moment, just a quiet moment together, a little Yule-inspired ritual for the return of the light. You don't need much, just your breath, your intention, and maybe your carnelian stone or a pinch of cinnamon. And if you don't have a carnelian stone, that's okay. You can, like I said in last month's episode, you can always use a clear quartz or whatever calls to you. You could use another red stone. Just something that you can connect to and use the energy, whatever resonates with you. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Feel the warmth of the air filling your chest. Now exhale slowly, letting go of anything heavy that's been sitting on your heart. Picture a small flame in front of you, soft and steady. Maybe it's the flame of a candle or the glow of the sunrise after a long night. That flame represents your inner fire, your hope, your courage, your light. Now imagine your carnelian glowing in your hand, radiating orange light that expands with every breath. If you're holding cinnamon, breathe in its scent and feel that fiery energy moving through your body, warming, awakening, renewing. Silently or aloud, say, I welcome the light's return. I honor my fire within. May my courage rise with the sun and my spirit shine again. Take one more deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine that warm light settling in your heart, a gentle reminder that even through darkness, your flame endures. I hope that little moment of just sitting with some crystals, and feel free to just pause and sit with that. Go back and listen if you would like, but just take a moment and pause and be still, because that's what winter is all about as well, is just being still, going within, tending that inner flame, and just don't let it go out. Just tend it, keep feeding it. I thought that was a great little meditation, a great little moment to reflect. And, journal, take out a journal if you want. I love to journal. That's one of my favorite things to do. Maybe pull a card with this. Maybe I should have done that. That just came to me. But take out an oracle deck or a tarot deck and see what comes up. Okay, so I did find this really tasty Yule ginger and orange zest vanilla spice cakes. And this is from the website magicalspot.com. And this is a treasure trove, in my opinion, of witchy little recipes. There's a ton of information in here. There's green magic, black magic, red magic, white magic, festivals and sabbats, everyday pagan, deities and goddesses, pagan crafts, candle magic. So I had mentioned earlier about dressed candles. I love a good dressed candle. They're a great little way to do a little bit of magic or just to have it sit with you when you're journaling. My intention here isn't to, push magic. That's just my practice. You can use these elements however they resonate with you. These are just things that I'm into, and I just want to share them with all of you, and you can take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I really liked this recipe. It looked really good. But this website is really amazing, in my opinion. It has a lot of good information. It just has general witchcraft topics. It's just really good overall. And the pictures in here are really beautiful as well. And I found this on Pinterest originally, but I've gone to the actual website, and I will link this in the show notes. They have them beautifully decorated with some twine, some orange peel, and some rosemary, and they just look like beautiful little gifts. So I also chose this too because it does have cinnamon in it, which makes sense because, cinnamon is a great fall, wintertime spice to cook with or bake with. I also have burned cinnamon sticks as an incense, and it smells amazing. It smells like a cinnamon roll is baking in your house. It just smells really good. So the ingredients go as follows. 2 cups all-purpose flour, a 1/4 cup brown sugar, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1¾ tablespoon ground ginger, 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon ground nutmeg, 1 tablespoon orange zest, 1 stick melted butter, 3/4 cups honey, 3 tablespoons orange juice, fresh squeezed is best, 1 tablespoon vanilla extract, 1/2 cup of whole milk, and 2 eggs. And you can substitute, if you're vegan, you can substitute, the eggs or the butter, go with vegan butter, however you want to work that, but you could substitute. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You're going to sift together the flour, the brown sugar, the baking powder, the baking soda, the ground ginger, the ground cinnamon, and the ground nutmeg. Sprinkle in the orange zest. Add in melted butter, honey, orange juice, vanilla extract, and milk. Add both eggs. Beat until smooth and creamy. Pour into 3 well-greased 5-inch by 3-inch ceramic baking dishes. Bake for 25 to 35 minutes or until a knife comes out clean. Allow to cool for at least 30 minutes at room temperature. Carefully turn each ceramic dish upside down and gently wiggle cakes out. If they stick, slide a flat, thin knife around the edges of the baking dish until they loosened, then try again. So winter solstice ginger and orange spice cakes. Those sounded delicious. And she does go into the magical correspondences for this, for each ingredient. So let's see if I can. Well, first we'll start with cinnamon because that's our topic for today. So let's start with cinnamon. So you can burn it for purification. You can include it with your tarot cards or runes. You can throw a stick into a bag that you keep your runes in, or fold it into your tarot cloth to charge your divination tools with clairvoyant energy and clear the psychic dust from your last reading. Oh, I love that. And they also go into love spell potions, steep it into an infusion, use it for food magic, for a love spell. So a lot of love energy here. You can use it in money sachets, place it on your Yule altar. I love that. This spice has strong associations with the Yule season. I like to make an herbal Yule log bundle out of them. Then I leave them on the altar during the days leading up to the winter solstice, then toss them in the fire. Love that. Yes. For any of you who haven't practiced Wheel of the Year or followed Wheel of the Year, Yule is a great time to set intentions for the new year to come up. In the past, I have gathered up birch logs, tiny logs, because I like to put them in bundles of 3, because 3 to me means creativity, it means community, coming together, and that means success for me. And I would tie them together. I'd get some pine trees, like I would go out and forage and just snip a few little branches off and kind of stick them in to make it a little more decorative. But you can get really fancy with Yule logs. You could go right onto Pinterest and get some great ideas. There's also some great publications out there. The Llewellyn Sabbath Almanac is a great one. I get that every year, and I'll link that in the show notes too. That's just a great resource. Let's see what she says about ginger, just real quick, because I love ginger too. That is a fiery spice. So she says that you can throw a piece into an attraction spell bag, so inspire passion and bring heat into a relationship with the help of ginger in a spell. Boil ginger in your cauldron. Fill up your chalice with real natural ginger ale. You can chew on a piece to inspire confidence. I love that. That's great. Feeling sheepish. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. Feeling sheepish. I can't say the word, I guess. Sheepish before a big presentation. In need of a dose of bravery before a first date. If you plan to go way outside your comfort zone, chew on some ginger root beforehand to stir your courage. Oh, I love that. Stop nightmares, make an infusion out of it. Honor your fire sign. Ruled by the element of fire, which I am, I'm a Leo. This spice ignites the best qualities of a fire sign. Carry it with you or leave it on the altar to embolden your fire sign. I love that. Ginger. That is great. So please take a look at this website. It is a wealth of knowledge. I just really enjoyed looking at this website. I'd never seen it before, so again, found it on Pinterest. It's a great resource if you're into looking into new things for yourself. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode. So thank you for joining me today. Just a quick tidbit of Carnelian and Cinnamon. I'm not sure what January's episode will be about. If anyone has any suggestions, feel free to email me. I'll improve these as I go, but I just love putting out these little nuggets of information. So thank you again for joining me today, my friends. I hope you carry a little extra warmth and spark with you after this episode. Until next time, keep tending your inner fire, stay grounded in love, and may your days be filled with light. Take care. Thanks for coming along for the ride, travelers. If you're enjoying the show, please share, like, or leave a review wherever you listen to your podcast. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, or come join me over on Patreon, where you'll get show updates and have early access to new episodes every Thursday. You can also find me on Buy Me a Coffee. If you have ideas for the show or would like to say hello, you can email me at spiritualroutespodcast@gmail.com. Please keep sharing the show so we can keep finding our spiritual roots together.